Hello, I'm going to talk about my experience of being teacher. This class took place on first grade in a high school. The topic of the lesson was Unit 3, Lesson 3, Stories of all kinds. The objectives were for listening to identify and follow instructions, for speaking to skimming some reading and talk to other person, for reading to use of skimming reading strategy, and for writing to understand the purpose of using skimming by varying use of these strategies when searching for key information on a reading. In the lesson plan, the methodology was communicative approach, and the strategies was using of flashcards and using of video. The anticipatory set, I asked students about what they think skimming and scanning means and make a brainstorming. This part was interesting because students give the ideas about what they think about the meaning of skimming and scanning, and was interesting because they all give the ideas and I wrote on the blackboard. And then for the main teaching input, I explained the skimming is reading quickly to get the main idea of the text, while scanning is rapidly viewing the text in search of key terms, phrase, or information. Next, with the use of flashcards, I explain with details skimming reading strategy. Then I ask students to complete activity 1, 2, and 3 of the book. Then I use the worksheet that I made as a supplementary material, and I explain the skimming reading strategy. I give some advice for students in order that they recognize skimming reading strategy. Then I show the video to the students and ask for resolve some questions of the students. In this video, explain about the main point about skimming reading strategy, and was interesting because the students was motivated during the video. And next, I organize students to work in pairs to develop the activities 4, 5, and 6 of the book. Then I asked 5 students that make difference between skimming and scanning reading strategy. Then I discuss with the students the challenge that they face during the activity. Then I ask students what part of the class they enjoy and what was the most challenging. Then I remain that the their choice of reading strategy should be like homework for the next time. The activities organized with the lesson plan serves for me to reduce the time that I maybe waste if I didn't make the lesson, and I can adapt to the situations. I think that the objectives of the lesson plan is very important for me as a teacher, because with the objectives I can know about what is the class and what I need to teach to the students. I have the steps that I make during the class, and the activities of the class help students to practice listening, reading, writing, and speaking skills. In improving the skills, students use English more, and they can communicate between students or for outside. The experience of being teacher was positive because I developed the ability to maximize the learning potential of the students. The negative aspect was that I felt the pressure of doing well the activities to accomplish the lesson plan. The positive aspect of lesson plan is that I have an effective preparation and planning of the class in order to accomplish the objectives. And the negative aspect of the lesson is that I felt confused to order the activities, to closing review and follow up. The positive aspect of using supplementary material is that this material helps students to keep the motivation, and students feel more comfortable with the use of flashcards, video, because they can understand with a listening skill, and they can develop some skills like reading or writing. The strategy of use flashcards was important because some students learn more with visual, and they prefer to have a picture, and the next time they remember the picture. The use of video was interesting because some students was motivated to be in the class, to make some questions, to answer some questions, and to understand about the topic. I think that the lesson plan is a very essential tool for language. Thank you.